Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Nitra from Shri College of Engineering and currently pursuing my BE in the Department of CSC Data Science in third sem. Today I'm gonna do the presentation which is related to a subject, a data science, and my topic is a binary tree and a graph. Firstly, I go with a binary tree, and it's an introduction of binary tree. It's an overview of a binary tree, a fundamental data structure in a computer science and a programming. Yeah, that's a basic fundamental concept or a structure that we're gonna learn in a computer science and a programming language. And in the side by, I just try to show a full picture of a binary tree. It's a tree which consisting of a mother and their parents and their child. It's like A is the main root, B is the subroot, and D and E are the children's. This is a complete tree. It's like as we have a family tree now. The same way, here is a binary tree. As I said, A is the root value or a root node, B is the subroot node, D and E are their children's. The second example also says the same thing. And next come with the binary tree traversal. Traversal which are around three types: pre-order traversal, in-order traversal, and post-order traversal. Which means just a simple thing in a pre-order traversal, which is the current node before its children. It's like as I shown in the main tree. For example, this is the main tree. Just I consider the subroot node B, E, and D. And this D is the left root node, left subroot node. B is the main root node. E is the right subroot node. Here, in a post traversal, post in order traversal, D comes last. It's like wait. In this, B comes at the last. Like first is D, and then E, and then B is the post order. And in order, D is first, B is second, and E is third. And in pre-order, B is first, D is second, and then third. It's a simple thing. In a post order, the main root node like B comes at last. In order, B comes at the middle. In a post over that in a pre-order, B comes first. This is a simple thing that we want to learn in the pre-order, in order, and the post order. That's the same thing. Pre-order traversal is visits the current node before its children. In a in-order traversal, visits the left subtree and then a root value and then a right subtree. In a post-order traversal, it visits the children's before the current node. It's like first the left subtree and then a right subtree and then a main root node. This is about binary tree traversal. Now, let's introduce about a graph. The introduction to this concept graph in computer science and their application in the program. It is also an important concept in our computer science and in programming language. Here I try to show the three different terms of a graph, like in-order graph. The first is in-order graph, second is direct graph, and third is a complete graph. And then the directed and undirected graph. The first is directed graph. The edges have a direction representing a one-way connection between the vertices. For example, if I give A and B, if the direction is showing A towards B, then it indicates that A is directed towards B. It's not the same that it's a vice versa. It's not a vice versa that B is also terms towards A. It's just a direction. If the arrow show A towards B, then it's fixed that A is directed towards B. But in unordered in our indirectional graph, the edges have no direction, representing a two-way connection between the vertices like A and B. If the directions show whatever the side it may be, it's like if A and B in middle we have a edge. It shows that A is directed towards B and also B is directed towards A. Is a vice versa. But in directed graph, it's a particular direction is mentioned and one-way connections between the vertices are happening. And in a complete graph, we have full connected and the dense structure. In full connected, every pair of distinct vertices is connected by unique edges. And in a dense structure, maximum number of edges with no isolated verticals. This is about a full connected and dense structure. And subgraphs entries, like we have two subgraphs, like one is subgraph and another is a containment. In subgraph, a graph formed by a subset of the vertices and the edges. This is about subgraph. In containment, every edges and the vertex in a subgroup is also a original path, original graph. This is what a containment. And in a paths in a graph, here also we have two paths, a simple path and a cycle path. The simple path, which is path where no vertices or any edges are repeated. No vertices and edges are repeated in a graph, is called a simple path. And in cycle, path that starts and ends at the same vertex with no repeated edges. Like, just consider one cycle like A, B, C, D, and E. Like A pointing towards B, and B is pointing towards C, C is pointing towards D, D is pointing towards A, and A is points towards B. It's like a circle or a cycle which forms a path without any repeating edges. There is no edges are repeating it. This is about uh, sub binary subtrees and graphs. And your cycles in a graphs, we have 3 and 4, like number of vertices formed in a cycle graph, and number of edges formed a cycle is a cycle graph. These are the two kinds of graph that we can form in this. And this is about the today's presentation. I hope you all understood. And those who are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and like the video. Thank you.